that if you have been in business for any length of time, if you've been team building, if you are doing network marketing, you've heard this, or you maybe even said it. And that is, everybody in my team quit. Now what do I do? We have been doing network marketing, myself and my husband, for almost 10 years. And we've heard this, we've heard people in the team say this, we've heard people in other organizations say this, we've been at big network marketing events and people have said this. What the heck do you do? Okay, so we currently have a team somewhere over 27,000 people right now, so it's gone really, really well. And retention is always something that we're always looking at, right? How do you keep people in? How do you help them stay? How do you work them through the tough stuff that they're dealing with? And so how the magic answer, the secret formula for all of this is culture, okay? Now you say, Summer, what on earth are you talking about? Culture. So I looked it up in Webster's dictionary. I'll give you their version and then I'll give you my version, okay? They say it's a way of thinking or behaving that exists in a place or organization. And I find that to be pretty true. What we have spent a considerable amount of time doing in the business we're building right now is building a culture, building a team, building a family. So whether someone's hot in the heat and running super fast, whether someone's kind of walking along in their business, or whether somebody is sitting on the sidelines, they are loved, they are included, and they are involved no matter what phase they're in. Now remember, you always are going to have the 80-20 rule, right? The 80-20 rule is going to play out everything that you do. Some of the people that you get, they're going to get in the game, and they're going to take off like a rocket. That is some people, okay? But more than likely, you're going to have some people that get going, they do something, they have the ebbs and flows that take place in their life, and sometimes they're in action, and sometimes they're just more like consuming your product or service. But you know what? If you love on those people and you have a culture that is strong enough to keep them in during the ups and the downs of whatever they have going on, they will stay in it to win it for the duration, okay? Now, what we have done, I'll just share with you the things we've done. You can apply them for anything you'd like to use in your business. We have spent a lot of time focusing on a couple of different areas. Recognition, okay? They say that babies cry for it and men die for it. And you know what? I found that to be true too. So recognition is so very big. What can you do to recognize the people on your team? Recognizing them for rank, recognizing them for doing the activities, recognizing for bringing people to events. What are the things, what are the behaviors, the constant behaviors that you want to see take place in your business that somebody is doing that you can high five them for, that you can put a Facebook post out there for, that you can post something in a chat group, that you can edify them in the front of the room? What are they doing that can warrant recognition, right? So recognition is big. Rewards. Okay, that kind of goes along with recognition, but rewards is another big thing, right? It's not that you're spending tons of money on stuff. It's that they've earned something that is of great value, and it creates a sense of significance in the culture, in the team, in the organization that you've created. Whether, like what we have is we have a variety of different pins that people get when they've done something of value. We have trophies, we have bags, we have jackets, we have watch. I mean, we have kind of the whole 9 yards. Now, your organization, you may just start with the basics. Start with a pin, right? Start with, hey, we're going to recognize them on Facebook. Hey, we're going to do something, get a trophy made for them because they brought so many people to convention. Whatever the case may be. So, recognition and rewards, okay? It's so big. It goes so very far. So remember, that is a way to lock and load your team, right? You will have people that when they hear something, maybe it's not necessarily a rank, maybe it's something else. Hey, they talked to 10 people this week. Whatever it is, right? You set a goal of the kind of activity that you want to see. You put it out there. You let the masses know. You let your team know. I don't care if you have a team of 3 people. You could say, hey, listen, if you do contact 10 people this week, hey, we're going to go do whatever, or hey, I really want to recognize you in front of this big event, or whatever it is. So recognition and rewards is big. The other part is how can we involve them in what we're doing, right? The more plugged in that they are, the more that they're around everything. What does the Bible say? It says faith comes by hearing, right? The more they can hear it, the more they can see it, the more that they can be around it, the more that they can believe it for themselves. And guys, in case you haven't noticed, what we do is not difficult. I mean, most of us, we're showing a presentation, we're sharing our product. We're not like building skyscrapers or doing open heart surgery. I mean, it's not difficult, right? It's mind game though. So we have to help them guard their mind. We have to help them have, that helmet that goes over their head to protect them from the thoughts that may attack them or the negative things that people may say to them. So how do we do that? Weekly events. Okay, this is so very important. I don't know where you are, I don't know where your team is, but anytime you can get a group of people together and create a community, create a culture, we have spent a lot of time building culture around our weekly events. And here's what I know. The ones that plug in consistently to those weekly events, they're in it for the duration. Whether they're moving fast, whether they're chilling on the sidelines, they are in it to win it for the duration. Why? Because they're part of the family, and you don't leave your family, right? How about regular conference calls? What you'll find is that as your team starts to grow, you have people here, and before you know it, they're in different cities, they're in different states, they're in different countries. How are you going to connect with those people? How are you going to create a culture to glue that team in when they're, halfway across the world? Well, conference calls. What do we do on conference calls? We edify the people that just promoted. We talk about the success stories of what's going on. We do some teaching and training so that you're building up that person, right? So they are equipped in the marketplace, not just kind of just going out there and trying things. They have something set that we know will work and will help them in what they're doing. And then, of course, last off, the most important part is the personal mentoring. I mean, that's the most beautiful thing about what we do in particular in network marketing is that you have a built-in coaching system, right? And so, and of course, it's in your upline's best interest to see you succeed, right? So having that personal mentoring. Now, a couple of things on that is that, one of the things that I think is so very crucial is you have that 24 to 48 hours, right? Somebody gets in, they're excited, they're ready to roll, and we have this very small window of time where if we get with them and we get them launched, we can see incredible things. Or the energy and the excitement that they have could be there for a moment, and then it could pass and they go to sleep and they wake up and it's not there, right? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever had someone that got started, they were excited, and then all of a sudden they weren't, but 2 weeks had gone by and you hadn't talked to them? What's so very important is that when you get someone in and you're personally sponsoring them, or even they're down somewhere in your team, you be the one that connects up with them and says, hey, so excited you decided to get started. Welcome to the family. Love to help you get a game plan to launch your business. Let's get you in and out of the gates quickly. When can we meet in the next day or two? And you get with them and you take them by the hand. There's two types of people that I see. The people that do the drive-by signings, right? They get them in and they're running off to the next one. Those are the people that kind of have that sales mentality. They don't get this is a team building, this is a relationship building thing. You're building a family, a community, a culture, and they're just all about the signups. The signups is not where it's at. It's the duplication is where it's at. How can you sponsor a few and have it turn into a couple hundred or a couple thousand? Not by signing up, because that's all you and your efforts. It's all based on duplication, and that starts with the launch. Getting them in and out of the gates quickly. So that, I feel, my friend, is our secret weapon for retention is regarding culture. If you look at companies that have been around in our profession 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, there's one thing that I have seen across the board. Some of them have amazing comp plans, some of them not so much. But one thing I've seen across the board is the stronger their culture is, the greater the retention is. And some people will come in, everybody comes in this business at different levels of skill. Some people come in and they're a business tycoon and they know everybody in town and they just get in it, they go right away. And then there's other people come in and they kind of have to sit in the culture. They have to bathe in the personal development that's going on. They have to grow who they are as a person. They have to grow how they can connect, how they can communicate. And those are the people that if you have a culture, if you have something, if you have all of this, they will stay in. They may not be your rockets that take off super duper fast, but they will stay in. They will stay in. They will grow. They will develop. And before you know it, you'll have something that, you never even expected. Somebody that was a construction worker that all of a sudden, blossoms and goes to the top of your company. I've seen it happen time and time again. So that's our secret weapon is build a culture in your team. Now, there's two types of culture, right? We have company and we have team, okay? Now, you want to plug into both. Why plug into both? Why not plug into one or the other? Okay, a couple of things up for debate. First of all, your company's going to have culture. You want to support the company culture. You want to edify the company culture. You want to be in it to win it with a company culture. Now, one thing I'll say about company culture is that if you and your organization and your team don't have some kind of identity for themselves, it's easy to get lost in the sea of whatever else is going on, especially if there's like thousands of people. So you plug into all of this, but at the same time, you as the leader of your organization, plug into whatever your upline is doing or create your own culture. Do something that you think is going to be great for the long term. Sometimes I see people and they are getting started, they're in it, they're doing it for a little while, and they say, oh my gosh, my whole team quit, what happened? And usually what I find out is that they're not plugging into the culture, right? They're not a part of everything that's going on. And so it's easy to unplug when you're not even really connected. But if you're surrounded by this success and you see different people promoting, it's only a little while, it's only a little longer before the spark ignites within inside you. And you decide, hey, if they can do it and they're in the same company with the same comp plan, with everything else I have, why can't I? Why should I not be able to go to the top, right? And that's the big thing, is realizing that it's all about you. It's all about you becoming the person that's the top leader that you want to be. And one thing I will say about that is you can ask any leader, anytime, any company, any era, in any business, have you ever had some people join you and they quit? And they will all tell you emphatically, yes. But here's the magic answer. Is we keep going. We get another one. We move on. Some will, some won't. So what? Next, right? We love on the people that wherever they're at. Whether they say, hey, this isn't for me, I'm going to go over here. Fine, we love you. We bless you. Friendship first. We'll always be friends. And you know what? When you do that, you create relationships with people that will be with you for the duration, and sometimes they'll boomerang right on back. So you never can tell. So those are my tips. If you've ever had a team that's quit and you're wondering, what do I do now? How do I not have that happen again? What do I do next, right? Those are the things that we've seen that have been so very helpful for us. Guys, if this added value to you, please don't keep it a secret. Let's get the word out about it. Let's share with the people that we know, and let's help as many people as we possibly can in this amazing profession that we call network marketing. So take care for now. Everyone be blessed. If we haven't met, love to connect with you personally. Send me a private message on Facebook, and I'd love to meet you and hear your story.
For more great training and to receive your free MP3 download on how to attract prospects using social media, the 4 essential elements to attracting prospects, visit summergeronimo.com.